So all you need to do really is just find 1,000 ways to say the same thing. Don't know what I mean? Watch this video. Hello again, so this is Quarantine with Craig. I am Craig, and today is actually the first official day where I am not quarantined anymore. I am officially not quarantined. I have spent 14 days in quarantine after my girlfriend came home with a cough, so now I can actually go out of the house. So I'm still keeping the Quarantine with Craig name though, because it's pretty good. Today I'm talking about finding 1,000 ways to say the same thing. And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly 1,000 ways to say this exact same thing. So this phrase comes from Jack Butcher. If you don't follow Jack Butcher on Twitter, go immediately follow him right now, because he is an absolute whiz at finding ways to say things that just embed into your brain straight away. So when I saw this, I'm pretty sure I've read this somewhere before, so I don't know if Jack actually came up with it, but I couldn't find anywhere else. So the whole video is about finding 1,000 ways to say the same thing, or repurposing your content, or reusing it, or recycling it. There's lots of different ways to say this same thing, but the idea is that you make one piece of content and you find 1,000 ways to say exactly the same thing, but without boring people. So to be able to do that, you need to come up with a consistent message, and this is the bit most people struggle with, because people do this. They make, I don't know, they decide to make a video, and that video might be about practicing your craft every single day, and then they'll make another video, and that video is about how to design logos better, and then they'll make a third video, and that'll be about why I'm trying to be organized. There's no kind of thread through every single piece of content that they're making. So they've made these 3 videos, and there's kind of no way to link them because there isn't a consistent message. You could look at these 3 videos and think, maybe the consistent message is self-improvement. Maybe there's a thread running through each one of them that it's self-improvement, so I'm going to start making videos about self-improvement. And then, well, maybe you could look at them and say, well, I'm talking about practicing your craft every day, so the thread running through them might actually be regular improvement rather than self-improvement. And then the third thing is daily practice. So now we're getting down to the nub of the issue between all these 3 videos. The thread running through the videos might be something like daily practice, and the reason I've mentioned this is because that's exactly what I talk about in nearly every single thing that I do. I practice this. I find 1,000 ways to say exactly the same thing about daily practice. So let me give you an example if you're kind of wondering how to repurpose this stuff. So I made a video the other day that's called How I Learn and Get Better Quicker. That video was ultimately all about practicing your craft every single day, and the idea particularly inside that video was how you should capitalize on your enthusiasm when you initially start doing something, because you're really excited about it, you're pumped up and you want to do it. So capitalize on the initial bit to do more of it quicker and do it every single day to get better quicker. That video idea came from my book, which there's a chapter in it called Capitalize on Your Enthusiasm, Practice Your Craft Every Single Day. So I made a video from my book, which is called Extreme Production, which is all about practicing every single day. And then if you look at my Twitter, everything I say on Twitter has either the word daily in it, or I'm talking about fundamentals, or I'm talking about making stuff more often, or doing stuff more often, or those kind of things. I'm not talking about self-improvement, even though I am, kind of. I'm not specifically talking about design, although I do sometimes, but the majority of the things, the one moving thread throughout everything kind of is either doing things, daily practice, consistency, or fundamentals. So when you look at all my tweets, the word practice or daily features in quite a lot of them. The idea of doing something every day features in a few of them. And basically the thread that runs through everything that I say are these 4 messages. And it's really tough to make content without having an idea of the messages that you're thinking about. You kind of need to settle on some kind of things that you're going to talk about before you start talking about them. Otherwise, it doesn't work and you run out of ideas really quickly. But this is why Jack's statement of finding 1,000 ways to say the same thing is really, really powerful, because when you think about that and you make a list of your messages, the things that you want to say, you can create a content filter. A content filter is a dead simple idea. It's the idea that we take these messages and everything that we want to say or make a video on or make a tweet about, we pass through the content filter to come out with a better thing that is specific to the 4 things that we want to talk about. So let me give you an example from the way I do stuff. So this first example here, the very top of this is the content idea. So the content idea for this particular thing I've got is how to make better content. So I thought I want to do a video about how to make better social content, or basically how to make better marketing content, because I got pissed off the other day when I looked through LinkedIn and all the stuff that I was reading was all about them and it was boring and it wasn't helpful, it wasn't providing any value, it was just rubbish. So I got pissed off and I thought, right, I'm going to make a video about how to make better content. But I can't just make a video about how to make better content because that's too generic. People won't watch it and it's a bit boring. So I passed the idea how to make better content through my content filter, which is doing things, daily practice, consistency and fundamentals. And I came out with the final idea of make average content daily. So I reversed the idea around a little bit, the idea that you can make better content by producing worse content but on a more regular schedule. I got quite a few people on LinkedIn commenting on it and saying, yeah, this is a really good concept. And the only reason I came up with the concept is because I passed it through my content filter, which was that. So let's look at another idea. I had another idea for making a video about logos. The idea is just how to make better logos. I passed that concept through doing things, daily practice, consistency and fundamentals. And I come out with the idea, practice making logos daily. It's a simple concept, it's the same concept at the top, but it's filtered down to the things that I want to say, and everything is passed through my content filter. And then one final idea, why your content sucks. So this is similar to how to make better content, but I came up with this idea again when I was looking through LinkedIn and seeing all the rubbish content. Why your content sucks is a really powerful statement, and it's also quite controversial, but I need to narrow it down to something that I can say about it, i.e. find a way to say the same things in 1,000 different ways. So why your content sucks, I passed it through my filter and I came up with the idea, you don't make enough content. So the phrase is you don't make enough content, and I'll make that into a Twitter post and I'll make that into an Instagram post and I'll make a video out of it, maybe just like this one that talks about why you don't make enough content. And then that leads into another video about how to make more content, and that's just making stuff daily. You see the idea? So the idea is that you develop a content filter, which is usually 4 phrases of the things that you believe in and that you want people to understand about you and the way that you do things. And then you pass all your content ideas through the filter and you get to this. So the process is pretty simple. You make a consistent message or messages. I recommend about 4 or 3 even. You write down an idea for a piece of content. Usually I'd say write down more than one idea because some of them will be rubbish. Pass it through your content filter, make the piece of content, and then find a way to repurpose it on another platform. And just repeat it over and over and over and over. That's how you find 1,000 ways to say the same thing and stay consistent and actually make interesting content that people are going to consume. So my name's Craig Burgess. The best place to look for me is on Twitter. That is @CraigBurgess, and you can find all my tweets and all my ideas in short form on there. I use it a lot. Honestly, I use it a lot. And then you can find out more about me on getdoingthings.com. I'm making these videos every day, so if you've got any ideas you want me to cover across marketing or design or productivity or any of those stuff, let me know. Hit me up on Twitter or wherever I posted this video, and I'll look at that idea in the future. Until then, I will see you tomorrow, and thank you so much.